Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 69 and I am your host, comedian Tracy Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog. Welcome,
Hi,
Noelle.
Tracy.
Hi, Noelle. We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, season 4, episode 14. Every single episode that I watch from now on, I'm like, is this the finale?
I thought this week was gonna be, but it's not. I think next week is. But
I don't
is
know.
it?
I don't know.
know.
There's no way we
know.
could ever know. That's the whole thing. We can never find out. So everything's
Yeah,
fine.
I know.
We have so much stuff to talk about. How do you feel about the episode as a whole?
I thought that this one was a little underwhelming compared to what we've had before.
Oh, no, I like this one. I got to tell you, I really like this one.
Listen, I liked it. I watched it. I just feel like, I don't know, lately they've been bringing the heat, and I was expecting that.
I felt like there was a bit of heat here. Guys, this episode has been brought to you by BetterHelp and Best Fiends. So, guys, I just want to let you know that you could join our Facebook group. That is the reason why I ask you to join the Facebook group is the only reason is so that we could talk about the show.
I love talking about the show in there.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
this is
saying.
what we live for.
Right. So make sure you're doing that. Also, make sure you follow us on social media at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And also, if you want to find the group on Facebook, it's 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. Boom.
What?
Not so much housekeeping today. Not really so much.
I can't believe it. That was like the house wasn't even dirty.
I know. We have magnets for sale, though, and you could go to tracycarnazzo.com for more information on any merch that we sell. And they're adorable magnets.
I love them. They're on my fridge.
I'm just saying. Okay, let's jump right into it like a pool.
Okay, I am ready. You know, it's the other day, real quick. I said to Matt, I'm off like a prom dress, and I thought of you.
Oh, wow.
Because
Yeah, that
you
was
used
like,
to say that.
that
That
was
was like your AOL
my
thing,
away
right?
message. Oh, Noelle.
It's
All right.
so funny.
Speaking of prom dresses, let's talk about Jeffrey. I don't know what that means. So
Okay.
Jeffrey is, he's a playa, right? He's got Mary and Varya. And Varya comes to the door. Now, last week you were like, oh, this seems so real.
I thought maybe it was. I don't know. Listen, Varya is an angry lady.
She is an angry lady, but that was totally scripted. I feel like that was like the fifth take.
Why do you think that?
Because it was okay. Do you remember? Like, I feel like maybe they were on like the Discovery Channel or something. Those shows where it was like bad landlords, or like they would do like reenactments.
Yeah, of course.
And they'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" It was like just terrible
Very
acting.
infomercial-esque.
Exactly. Like, oh, this tastes delicious.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I mean, I could see that.
I feel like it was very, very scripted. So apparently he hasn't spoken to her in weeks. And Varya's like, oh, Mary, you irritate me.
Varya was very funny. She was mad. She was big
was really-
mad.
She was, yeah, but so Mary's crying and Varya's crying. And then Mary leaves. Mary, I would never leave. I would have been like, I'm here forever.
It's funny. You would have been like, I live here now.
I live
I'm
here.
Pregnant with
I'm
his
pregnant.
child.
We got married last night. I've been his wife for 7 years, and I just found all your text messages. Get away from here. And then I would be like, dogs, go get her.
Good dogs attack.
Yeah, that's what would happen for
And
me.
it's so funny. It's just that's the difference in our personalities. Because meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, I would have left. I
would have
like,
been like,
I'm a blocker.
this is my
I'm a
house. Those are my
blocker-outer.
kids. You see those two boys? Those are mine. I'm his wife.
Oh, okay. Get out of
And they'd
my
be like-
house.
I'd be like, sons.
Whatever your names are.
I don't remember. I had you so long ago. So she leaves, but then she comes back because she's going to get the flowers that he gave her.
Give me
And
a break.
Varya's like, did you leave your panties there?
I mean, but that's funny though.
It's funny,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
also
I
like,
think it's funny.
are you in 7th or 8th grade?
No, I know. I like that he's like, why are you mad at her? She didn't do anything. She's like, I don't even know why I'm mad at her.
I got to tell you, Jeffrey did not act nice to Mary.
No, he didn't. He like let her leave. He
was
wasn't
like,
like, I'm sorry. I don't know what's
No.
going on.
He was like,
Nothing.
do you want to come in and beat her up? Come on in.
Right. It was very weird. Like enjoyed them arguing. That's
he
what it
loved
was.
it. This was
Yep.
the time of his life. So
He enjoyed that.
he lets Varya in. Mary leaves, but Varya leaves her bags outside, and then the camera crew like zooms in on her bags outside. It's like, please.
It's like, what are you trying to prove a point? Come on.
He loves that there are two of them.
He really does. He loves that these women were arguing. He loves that they were upset. He feels like vindicated.
Right. Now,
Like, I was sad.
Exactly. I wrote this down, but I don't remember if she said it or he said our relationship
What?
has fallen off.
I think he said that.
Okay. That's why I think I wrote it down, because it's like,
Yes.
your relationship has fallen off. You broke up.
You broke up, but in her defense, I get where she's coming from. I get where he's coming from, but like, he completely cut her out.
No, he did. So now Varya's crying and she's like, I've been texting you and you didn't answer me. So now this is where I'm like, you're insane. So she's like, I wrote to you. And he's like, yeah, you didn't write that you're coming here. And she's like, well, what if you would have said no? Right. So then you don't go there. Okay,
but here's the thing. I've been that girl. I really think I've been that girl.
Okay, Noelle, I've known you for many, many years. I have never seen you fly to Russia.
You know, you haven't ever seen me fly to Russia. And you know, it's funny. I am,
or vice versa.
I'm not someone who's like, who won't defend themselves, but I am a lot of talk. I'll be like, I'm gonna come to your house, and then I don't show up. You know what I mean?
I'm not like, showing up.
I calm down so fast.
Right,
I'm not showing up.
Also, something about me, and I would assume about you too, it's like, how far would I be willing to go to like have a confrontation? Like, it's not far.
But here's the thing. I wouldn't go very far at all.
If it was more than a 10-minute car ride, it probably would never happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't sit on the Belt Parkway in traffic.
No, absolutely not.
No.
If it was like,
I would go to your house.
No, like if there were no highways involved and it was like a short ride, then maybe I'll go and fight with you there. But otherwise, I'm going to threaten to come there and I am going to sleep.
Yes, this I feel like is the story of my life. When Matt and I were like dating, I used to always threaten to go to his parents' house.
No, you're
60 times maybe. Never one time went. Never once.
Absolutely not. That's like a 35-minute car ride.
And who's got the patience for that? And also, like, why do you keep falling for it?
Right. Like, if I've never shown up, do you think this is the time?
Why are you still falling for it?
Who's the idiot at that point?
Exactly.
So I feel like Varya, like, she's like, well, what if you said no? Like, then you shouldn't go. That's what I would have said. Like, maybe you shouldn't go.
You're right, though. I feel like I didn't think about it that way. To me, it was more like, I can't believe that he just cut her off like that. But then part of me is like, I can see that why he would do that too. I don't know.
Now, also, he said that he's glad she's there. And now he's like, you know, me and Mary were dating. Oh, you broke up with Mary?
No, they were dating.
Instead of
last
saying like,
week he asked if they wanted to share a life together.
A life. And now he says we were dating. And he says, instead of being like, she is my girlfriend, we are currently together, we are currently dating, we are sharing a life. He's like, me and Mary used to share a life together.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, how quickly it changes. He's very fickle.
Right. And by a life, I mean a weekend.
You're so right, though.
So now, I think they've been dating for like 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. Like, well, I'm sorry. She told him she's going to be in America for 2 weeks. That's why I wrote 2 weeks. And
okay.
So he's like, do you have a hotel? And she's like, I had a hotel.
Just like he dated Mary.
Right. She's like, I used to have a hotel. He's like, that's weird. I used to have a girlfriend.
But now it's all changed.
So she said she doesn't want to lose him. And also, where did she get that beautiful jewelry to go with her turtleneck?
Okay. So I'm like, this girl, I don't know what it is. And listen, I'm not being stereotypical, but it seems on these shows, when they show these women from Ukraine or Russia, a lot of them like
fashion
this
jewelry.
Like business casual look.
They do like a good business
They
casual.
like the secretary look.
It's like Yeah, it's very business casual. That's a really great way of saying it. Very like professional, a little bit of a casual office space.
Yes, very turtleneck and slacks.
Right. She loves slacks, and she also loves fashion jewelry.
She does. As I was looking at it, I was like, is this a geometric pattern?
It was a
What
geo
is
pattern,
this?
and then it was almost a rhinestone earring. It was like a belt buckle inspired rhinestone earring. And it was, the set didn't go together, but that's what I like about her. Like, you know, Varya doesn't follow the rules. She really mix and matches. So now the next, or that night, right? I guess it's that night. So now they're together. They are dating again. And she puts on a different color turtleneck.
Right. That's why I couldn't figure out the timeline. Is this the same night? Is this another night?
Could you imagine her packing?
She's all like, turtlenecks.
I'm going to bring 7 turtlenecks. I could wash them every other day in the sink in the hotel. And then I'll have a turtleneck for every occasion.
You're so right. Uh-huh.
So he's so happy she's there. And he's so happy that her turtleneck is a different color. And he's going to let her stay there. So now, you know, since they're together now, he's going to bring Varya out.
Back in love.
He's going to bring Varya out instead of Mary with all of her mutual friends. And then he brings her out, right? They go to like a pool hole or whatever. And then he goes, this is her.
And the thing is, like, Varya is just like, yeah, hey, it's me.
This is
like,
her.
She's fine.
It's her.
She's fine with this. Uh-huh.
Mary was a hard rebound.
Listen, Mary was a hard rebound. She was hard to look at, hard rebound, loved a bad blouse. Like, she's not for him. She's not for him.
She's definitely not for him. She's for someone, but she's not for him. So they talk about how she rejected his proposal because, how funny is that? And then they play some foosball, and then she tells them how basically Jeffrey's never going to be allowed to speak to another woman again. She said that your spouse is your best friend, and that's all. End of story, case closed, yada, yada, yada.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm starting to wonder, like, is that a mentality that I should pick up? Is this like a thing? Is that the right way to be?
Yeah. Never, ever let your boyfriend, husband, partner, girlfriend, wife ever talk to another soul ever again. Also, if you can get some kind of lock on the bedroom or the common area so they can't get outside, that is also a good thing.
Maybe a chastity belt.
Yeah. I mean, whatever it takes, you know, like maybe something so you could like hit them with a switch.
Oh, okay. I like it. Okay. Good to know.
Let me know if you need any other advice.
You're really good at this relationship advice.
I know. I'm going to write a book. So Mary comes out with her friends, right? She shows up to her friends' gathering.
Right.
And Varya has replaced her in a matter of minutes in a different turtleneck.
Do you think he knew that she was going to show up there?
Yes, I do. I think that this was very, very planned. I think that he changed girlfriends as fast as Varya changed turtleneck colors.
Oh, good one.
Thank you. So Mary comes to hang out with her friends, right?
Right.
And Varya says she doesn't want to let him go. She wants a war. She'll get a war.
Listen, Varya's tough. I like it.
I do not like this.
Oh, I like it.
You're fighting a war.
This is fun.
Now, can we talk about this just for a moment?
Yes.
She's fighting a war that she doesn't even want to win.
Do you really think she doesn't want to win? Like, why do you think she's there?
Because she got rejected.
That's what it is?
Yep. I think that she got rejected. And she was like, wait a minute. What if I do want him? And now the thought of losing him is an obsessive thought in her head.
I feel like you just really shed light on so many of my past relationships.
Yeah, of course.
Honestly.
That's like the thing. It's like you think about breaking up with your boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, ugh, I do not want to be with this guy. I need to break up with him. I wish he would leave me alone. I wish he would fall off the side of the earth. I wish he would move to China, right? And you think about this for like weeks, but you're like, I can't do this. And then out of nowhere, he breaks up with you. And you're like, the love of my life just broke up with me? Are you kidding me? And you will do anything to get him back. And then you get back together and you're like, oh, I don't like him.
Oh, I've done that. Oh yeah, I've gotten back together and I'm like, why did I do this?
I shouldn't have done this. This was a very bad idea.
bad idea.
Very bad idea. Yeah. So that's what I think is happening there. I mean, agreed? Sort of? I mean.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Now that you explain it, for sure. Because at first I'm like, well, maybe she did realize she just made a mistake, you know?
He proposed to her. She said, no, thank you.
Well, she said
BRB.
She wasn't ready. Right.
Okay. She was like BRB, and he was like NRN. Not right now. And then he left.
I was going to say, what's NRN?
I made it
Okay.
up.
I like it. Good for you.
Speaking of the wars, you and I have been fighting a war too. We've been fighting the war on slugs.
It's a big war. It's getting hard out there, Tracy.
It is getting hard. I'm on level. I feel like I'm not like the best game player, so I'm like on level like 60 something. What level are you on?
I haven't broken 100. I'm not much further than you. I think I'm like 70 something.
Oh, wow. Okay, guys, if you don't know what we're talking about the new game. It's called Best Fiends, and it is basically the best way to pass the time while engaging your brain and enjoying breathtaking visuals and a very amazing story about slugs and bugs. It's okay. So I don't play games. I'm not like good at them, if you will.
Right. You're definitely not a gamer.
I'm not a gamer, and the best part about this game is that it's not a game for gamers. This is a game for everyone, like even a Tracy.
Yeah, it is. It's a game for a Noelle. It's a game for a Tracy.
It's like the cutest characters. There are over 100 million downloads, and it's a 5-star rated mobile puzzle game, and it's a must play. You can download Best Fiends for free on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, right? So it's not best friends, it's Best Fiends.
Best Fiends.
Oh my God. I absolutely love this game. And Noelle, what's your favorite part about it?
That you don't need Wi-Fi.
Nope. You don't even need the internet to play it. So you don't need to worry about Wi-Fi access or using your cell data. You could do this while you're waiting, like in the car somewhere. You could do it on an airplane if we ever get to fly again.
The last time I played, I was waiting in the car.
Oh, that's so crazy.
I felt like I was waiting in the car forever, and I just played Best Fiends, and the time really flew by.
I got to tell you, it gives me a sense of mastery, like a sense of completion. It really does. Why are you laughing at me?
A sense of mastery.
It does. I feel, do you know how proud I get when I beat a level?
No, I know. It's so much fun. Like beating a level is like a rush.
Do you remember level 30 when I had a really hard time?
You were not okay. And I was like, listen, you have to watch videos.
I know. And I got to tell you, I didn't even watch the video. I took a break.
You centered yourself.
I gathered myself. I went into the bathtub and I was like, this is going to be the night.
Good for you.
Thank you so much. Guys, make sure you're downloading Best Fiends. And a lot of our listeners have been playing it, and they've been posting in the group about what levels they're at and, you know, talking about different strategies and showing their bugs. So guys, make sure you're doing that. Tell us what's going on in your Best Fiends life. And I think you can connect with people. It's amazing. I'm just saying it's amazing.
It really is. It's so much fun. And I'm like, I just love it.
You're
it's
into
the best
it.
I can
Okay.
say.
Speaking of things that I love, things that I'm into, things that I can't wait to see more of, David and Lana have brought the heat big time.
This was the best part of the entire episode.
This was so good. I couldn't even stop writing notes about it.
I love her in her Nike jumpsuit, her Nike sweatsuit.
We're going to talk about this. So now, first of all, 5th time to the Ukraine is clearly a charm.
Yes.
They go on their first date, and she takes a deep breath.
Okay. I'm watching this, and I'm like, is everyone okay?
No.
What's happening with this breathing?
David is not okay in a different way. Lana is in stranger danger. She knows
she's
it.
not good.
But let me tell you, she is swimming in cash, and she's like, this is what I did. I did this to myself.
She's taking it in stride. She's okay with it, though.
She's like, I did this to myself, and this is what I deserve.
Uh-huh.
So they go to like a cafe, and he asks her if she wants anything to eat or drink. Yeah, we're at a cafe. I do.
And he won't stop giggling. It's just so annoying.
It's disgusting. So now he explains to her how the Translate app works. Like, she was born one day ago. He's like, okay, so a translator app, what you do is, okay, Lana, are you listening? Okay. You talk, right? You speak with your mouth into this app, right? And you speak in Ukrainian. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. That. Okay. And then it will tell me in actually in audio and in text what you said, but in my it tells me in English because I speak English and you do not because I am better than you. You understand
I
that?
have like a tear. I have a tear coming down.
Do you understand that, Lana?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Lana, just be careful that you are always listening to me constantly, or else I will not be paying you.
It was like when my grandfather was like obsessed with VHS videos, and he had like a library. I mean, like color coded
Oh wow.
Alphabetical order library, and he would have to explain to me over and over again how to use the VHS. Not because I didn't know how,
Right.
but he needs to explain. That's what it felt
Well,
like.
maybe he had a sense of mastery. I love that you love this. Well, also,
that's so funny.
David tells Lana that we can get English lessons.
It's like, no way.
Both of us? Good.
We can get, and also apparently she can read it. She understands it, but she can't speak it.
Right. So he's like, we can get you all the English lessons you want for as far as the eye can see. You see that,
English
Lana?
here, English there.
You see that, Lana? That's English lessons. And they're all yours for the very low price of your dignity.
Yeah, seriously.
So the producers are like, so what's happening? She wants to date him. She's like, you know what? I deserve this because I hate myself.
Right. I hate myself. This has gone so far. I really like chocolate.
Well,
you know,
he gives her chocolate and then he says to her, are you ready to faint?
Tell me. I'm ready.
I have a few more things for you later.
You know what he means too.
He means, I think he means special lotions.
I think he means special lotions and a weenus.
Oh, gross. The best case scenario is that we can hope that when David undresses himself, he is like a Ken doll and there is no
smooth.
just smooth. That is the best case for Lana. So she says, this is her quote, I like to get gifts and money from David. So the producer, I love how they show the producer's questions to her.
And they like, because they never do it that much for anybody.
I know,
I've
but
never
I really like
seen
it.
them do it this
So
much.
they go, how much money has David sent you? And she stares into space like she's had a very, very, very small stroke.
Mm-hmm. She does not want to answer these questions.
And she's like, I will skip that question. And it's like, yeah, no, this isn't like an option.
Right. It's like you have to say it. She skipped many questions
She
so
skipped
far.
all the questions. So now she skipped any question that would compromise her money.
Yes.
He should really cut the back of his wig.
Okay. So here's the thing. Like, I look at him with this wig and I say, like, sometimes I question it and I'm like, maybe Tracy's wrong because it looks like it's growing.
Okay, so you think I'm wrong. You think no, so what I'm gonna
It
explain
looks
to
like
you
there's tufts by his ears.
Okay, so he has what we call a toupee. It's a piece.
Okay.
It's not a wig.
I don't really
like,
know about these.
It's not like you put on a Halloween wig.
Okay.
Like, I don't think he takes it off and he's like cue ball bald. I think that he has no hair in the top area of his head, right? Where the brain would be, in the brain area. And then he glues on this piece that falls over his regular hair and then it blends.
That's what a fucking toupee is?
Noelle, welcome to real life. This is stuff that you
Do you
need
know
to
that I legit thought that a toupee was a wig, like a man wig?
It is a man wig. You glue it on, though.
Okay. I can't believe this. I feel like I need to study this.
Yeah.
But like, okay. So does that mean he dyes the rest of it?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot
There's
that goes
no
into
shot
this.
he doesn't have gray hair.
Right. Well, there's a lot that goes into this. So he said that he wants more affection. Now, I'm looking at this like, listen, I've never... Okay, my mom's listening to this. So
Okay.
I've never been a prostitute.
Okay.
I just like to make that statement. And I'm sorry if I've offended you, but I have never. That is a true statement. The way that they're talking, it seems like a hooker and a John.
I mean, I can see that. I don't think she's a prostitute.
No. But the way he's treating her.
Well, that of course that's how he's treating her. He thinks he's buying her.
Yes.
He really does think he's buying her.
Right. So he's like, what would it take for you?
Yeah.
So
Like how
anyway.
much lotion would it take for you to hug me?
Exactly. So he wants more affection, and he does a little bit more mms.
Ugh.
And he has some questions for her.
Mm-hmm.
He tells her that he went to her house.
And it was the fake address.
And she says, it is mad.
Sh-
I think what she meant is,
think-
whoa, that's crazy.
Right, I think she meant also maybe like she's mad.
Maybe.
Right?
Either that or it's crazy. Either
No,
she's
you're
mad
right,
or
'cause they
it's
say
crazy.
mad crazy.
Like when you know, like when people say things to you that are you're like, wow, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She gave him
Or
a
if I
fake.
can't hear them, I say, wow, crazy.
Oh my God, really? It's nuts.
Uh-huh.
Whoa. She gave him a fake address. And this is the only logical thing that she's ever said, because it's not
Yeah.
safe to give a real address to strangers. Thank you.
She is right, though. She's right.
He gets a strudel at the cafe.
I mean, it's just so him.
And he tells her, he's like, okay, I have more things to tell you. I have hired a private investigator.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't understand why he would do that.
And she goes, well, no, that's later on. She thinks that he was anxious. But like, how does she not
Anxious.
understand?
Right. So she said that, she's like, okay, it's time to go home now. Okay. David, if you're listening to
Yes.
me, I will tell
Mhm.
you that you can tell fibs.
No, these people on the show don't think so, though.
You can
They
tell
have to
fibs and
tell it all.
You could also omit information. Now, here's the thing. What Tracy would have done. This is Tracy, right?
Okay.
So I have found Lana, and I have hired a private investigator, and we're on the show, 90 Day Fiance. Okay.
Mhm.
What I tell Lana is, Lana, the show hired a private investigator,
Right.
and they made it look like I did. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
But you would tell her that off camera.
Yeah. And then I would tell
Right.
her on camera that I did it.
Do you think they tell them, like, okay, now tell her about the private investigator?
Yeah.
Or do you think that, okay.
I do. I think they kind of like prompt you. I don't think. Listen, I don't
Okay.
think the show's scripted, but I think that they kind of like guide you into
Like
certain situations.
manipulate things.
Yes.
Okay.
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 So now, she has to go home immediately. So
Yeah, I don't blame her. She's probably like, what the hell is going on?
they only have 2 hours together, and he just needs more time.
Mm-hmm. Well, he needs more affection, Tracy.
I know. So she forgave him. She's like, okay, I forgive you. I need to keep my eye on the cash.
I need to keep my eye on the prize. Right.
So she agrees to go bowling with him, and he is, this is a quote, jazzed.
I mean, I think it's cute. It's cute.
Cool. So he didn't ask for her number because they can't really communicate on the phone because they have to go through the service that he pays for, but she doesn't get any of the money from it.
Right. Meanwhile, it's because Mama needs more money.
Just
Her
saying.
nephews need more hockey equipment.
So they have to take photos now for the K1 visa. They are taking
Right.
photos just as I would think that how old is he? 90, as a 90-year-old man with a selfie stick would take his photo.
Yeah, they're taking like stock photos, like Getty images.
I know, but they're doing that. But it's so funny because it's like, you know, when people like don't really know how to take a photo with a selfie stick.
Yes.
And like
yes.
it's just the top of their eyebrows in the pictures.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God, this is pretty bad. So they're taking
That's
selfie
funny.
sticks. And she said that she's very busy. She told him she was going to be very busy for this trip and that she couldn't meet a lot. Now, when you go on a date with someone you don't know if you like or definitely don't like,
Yes.
what you do is, this is another chapter in my book on dating.
Okay.
What you do is you tell them you have a thing to do.
Right, like a hobby?
No, like
A
a thing to
job?
do. Yeah, like just well, listen, I can meet you tonight, but only for 12 minutes because my sister's in the war. And I have to pick her up from war.
Okay.
Like there's always
But
an out. Always an out.
If you decide you like him, your
Right.
sister died in the war.
Right.
Like
and
you
you're
don't have to pick her
I
up.
mean, I don't have to pick her up. She's dead. What are you gonna do? I mean, I
I'm
guess
free.
we could hang out. Great news, my sister died. We could hang out all night long. Right? That's
Oh God, you give really good dating advice.
Yeah,
I
I
should
mean-
have come to you.
Guys, go to
When I was
tracycarnazzo.com
single.
for my new book of dating advice. You
That's
can buy it in the
very
merch
funny.
store. So now he sees her to go. They meet up to go for the bowling date, right?
Right.
Did you notice he tried to kiss her and she dodged it?
She does. She swerves.
Oh, I loved it. So now they have another photo shoot for Visa with the selfie sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, this is a quote. You ready?
I'm ready.
This is the closest I've ever been to her.
Yeah, you think? Because your arm's around her.
So she's not affectionate. They go bowling. And Noelle,
Right.
when this happened, when this bowling scene happened, I was like, I can't wait to see Noelle cry tears of joy. He tells her, remember, Lana, drop the Svet. I, in my 20s, was a professional bowler. And then they show a picture of him in his 20s. He, like, usually I feel like a lot of guys, like even Ed, when you look at a picture of him when he was younger, you're like, he wasn't bad.
He was a smoke. Ed was a smoke.
And you look at David and you're like, oh, it wasn't the age. Like, that wasn't the problem.
No,
it wasn't the
that
age.
was him for always.
He always looked like that, even when he was a professional bowler.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel about his professional bowling career?
I think that if he is able to get a strike, he's going to kiss her.
Well,
So hopefully
do you think that's how
It's
he
a-
made his money? Like his Ukrainian Cupid
his
money?
fortune. Yes, I think he got his Fortune 500 company started off his bowling career.
from his
But
his
what does
bowling
that
winnings?
mean? He's a professional bowler.
It's like a
Are there
professional
is that a thing?
It is. It's like a professional poker player. It means when you do something professionally, it means that's your only income. That's really what it is.
So that means that every time he would play bowling,
Mhm.
every time he would not play, go bowling when he was younger, it was on a professional level.
Okay. Do you think that like on a Friday night when all his friends were like, let's go bowling, like that count? No, that's not what he means. He means that he was a professional bowler. Like if you watch ESPN, they have bowling.
They have like tournaments?
Yes.
Really?
You can watch. Yes. This is a real sport. I know. Did you
'Cause-
ever watch like, any movie with bowling in it? Like there's so many comedies, like The Big Lebowski.
Who the hell watches comedies? I
You've
mean,
never
come
watched
on.
The Big Lebowski?
No.
Noelle, it is so funny and ridiculous.
I am going to watch Eastbound and Down, though. That I'm going to watch.
Like it's that kind of humor. It's very, very ridiculous and funny. So yeah, they were professional bowlers. So now she says that it's way too early for a kiss, but he's like, if I get a strike, will you kiss me? And she's like, yes. And he's like, did
Right.
you hear that I was a professional bowler? And
With
she's
that,
like,
but it was so
Yeah.
funny. The way he talks is like a grandpa. It's so funny.
the way he talks is like a John talking to his hooker, just saying.
But then they start playing Great Balls of Fire, and then I lost it. You lost me there. I
Okay.
could not stop LOLing.
What nod to the musical director of 90 Day Fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's a professional bowler. Is this similar to when he was a professional massage oil guy?
He's like you. He's a jack of all trades.
Yes, he really is. So she's so happy he didn't get a strike yet, but she's scared for when he does. She's scared.
She is. She has fear in her eyes. She's like blinking, like help, save me.
So he gets a strike. He kisses her and she turns her head immediately and she wishes she was dead.
But he wouldn't stop. He didn't just stop at one kiss.
She said that she doesn't know if she wants this or not, but of course, but this is a quote, but of course I want to go to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
Very
pretend.
Usman.
Pretend.
They can't. They don't know how. This is what they want. That's her ultimate goal.
I know. It's just, I feel like that's so much. Like, you can't find, like, I don't know, a 30-year-old guy that wants to bring you here?
I don't know. Is that really what's out there? Like looking for girls in other countries? I don't know.
I don't know either.
There has to be better than David, though.
There has to be better than David. She seems like she's not doing well. Also, two people that are not doing well is Erica and Stephanie. And before we get into that, let's talk about what Erica, Stephanie, David, and Lana could really benefit for, and that is BetterHelp online counseling, because something is interfering with their happiness and they really need to talk it out. Something is preventing them from achieving their goals to go to the U.S.
Yes.
BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient, which means, guys, I'm going to translate that for you. You can cry in your own living room.
You can cry in your own bed.
Wherever you want to do that. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. This right now is absolutely the best option for therapy because it is safe. It's not self-help. This is professional counseling. And it is in the comfort of your own home. You could send a message to your counselor at any time and you'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions and you don't have to sit in a waiting room. And that is very, very important right now. Guys, this is where therapy is going.
This is where therapy's going. I've had regular therapy and then I've joined BetterHelp and I enjoy it so much more.
Yeah, like I go to every session.
Yeah, it's amazing. Right. I'm not looking for reasons not to go.
I'm not like, I don't know. I mean, I kind of do have to make dinner and this would really...
Uh-huh.
I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you will get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/fiance. Join over 800,000 people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
Awesome.
All right, so these two girls really need help. So it's Stephanie's last day in Australia.
Right.
And she's going to the airport and she said the trip went by so fast.
Not for me, it didn't.
For me, it went 14 episodes slow.
Yeah, this was all it was costumes and fighting. That's all it was.
Wow, that's kind of like the Renaissance Fair.
I like the Renaissance Fair though.
I'm just saying. So now she's packing all her luggage and she has her 2 stuffed animals because clearly she has to. And she said that she's so upset she cannot tell her mom why she's upset.
But why can't you just say, like, even if you don't want to come out to your mom, can't you say, like, oh, my friend that I met in person, like, we wound up not getting along.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Or also you don't have to say anything. You could just talk to your friends.
You could also be a big girl. Right.
What is she wearing? What is she wearing to go to the airport?
She's wearing a very, very nice jacket and a dress, Tracy.
A dress it's a mini snakeskin dress with her boobs out.
I know. I saw her butthole. I know.
Her skirt was so short. How are you
was
comfortable
so
in that?
short.
And she's wearing wedges.
You can't be.
She's wearing wedges.
She wears wedges all the time, though.
Except for when she wears sneakers with a dress.
Which I know is your favorite. I saw someone wearing that the other day, and you were the first person I thought of.
I can't take it. Also, but if you do have to wear a dress on a plane, I would think that you would wear maybe a sneaker. So you could carry 4,000 bags of luggage, 2 stuffed animals, and everything on the plane.
But I would also wear a maxi dress, I think.
Yes. Also, here's the other thing, right? She went to that boob sculpting class with Erica.
Yes.
And she's like, I'm not comfortable with my boobs out. Yet when she Skyped her mom with Erica, her breasts were out, not in.
Her breasts are always out, though.
Okay, so what do you mean you're not comfortable with your boobs out? I've never seen your boobs in.
Right. I've never seen you in a Varya turtleneck special.
I'm just saying maybe you should take a nod from the Ukraine and from Russia and wear a turtleneck. Just saying. So she's like, I was really hoping that Erica would drive 3 more hours each way to say goodbye to me so I could be mean to her at the airport.
That's the thing. It's like, why? Why would she come? You're never nice to her, ever.
Okay, but you said goodbye. We're never talking again. And then you broke up.
You also walked out and left her the last time you saw her, too.
Erica has probably gone over her mileage on her lease 400 times from this trip.
Erica probably doesn't even have a special earring for the occasion.
She definitely, like a plane with like a big fat baby on it.
Right. Ooh, good one.
Good, right? Thank you. Okay. She is 100% fake crying. So everyone else, so this is a new formula that TLC has for 90 Day Fiance. They take whoever's at the airport out on the sidewalk.
Yes.
And they make them cry for a little while.
But the thing is, like, she's not good at crying.
She's the worst at crying. She is.
Because, like, I'm looking and it's like she's squinting and she's trying so hard.
She's trying to pump that tear out. She's like, everyone's dead. Everyone's dead.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, dead puppies.
Oh, my God. I don't know what to... Yeah, she couldn't do it. She could not squeeze that tear out. Then Now, she goes to the check-in and she goes, excuse me, I have a plastic anemia and I will die on this plane. Do you by any chance have a extra face mask?
Like they just happen to have them behind the counter.
Okay, but if you have a disease that you're going to die,
you would think that you would have one with you.
Maybe in your pocket, like maybe 10 of them.
I don't have a plastic anemia, and even before this, I had a few masks just because.
Just like, you know, in your life. Okay, so she knows that she's flying for 48 hours.
Right.
And
Pretty
she's
much.
like, whoopsie. Oh,
Whoopsie,
well.
I'm just going to sit here and wear a mini dress maskless. Like, I'm going to let it all hang out for the germs.
Yeah, if I can't have a mask, I'm not even wearing clothes. So she says, as she's trying to squeeze that one tear out, I'll always have a piece of Erica in my heart.
No, you won't. You don't care.
Won't. Not at
No,
all.
you won't.
So she lands in New York City, new outfit. Did she change in the bathroom?
Yes, because she probably had to connect 400 flights.
So she has no mask on. And she said that her and Erica are no longer on speaking terms. And her mom brought both the dogs to the airport and they're going crazy.
It was so cute. That made me happy.
So did you notice that her mom picks her up from the airport and there's a man in a unicorn costume?
No. How did I not see him?
Yeah. He was like, you know, like those onesies that look like costumes?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
he's in a unicorn one.
Oh,
So
that's good.
she's super sad. She can't talk to her mom. And she's driving in the car. And the pug is speaking. Oh, my God. Did they hear me say pug?
No, my doorbell rang. I think it was like a UPS or something.
So the pug is pawing at her to make... is like, hello, can you pet me? Excuse me?
Hello, I'm here. Hello.
It was so funny. So now she tries to like really concentrate on shark diving instead of lesbianing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, she wants her mom to think she risked her life while she was there.
Yes,
really.
but she's trying to distract from the fact that she went for a lesbian relationship. So she's like, yeah, I went shark diving and like shark diving.
Not muff diving.
Definitely not muff diving. So her mom goes, this is the weirdest thing. And this is why, like, I don't know how I feel about Stephanie. So her mom's like, did you meet her family? And she's like, yeah, I think so. Like, maybe like, it was, her mom, and then it was like, her dad.
Yeah, she makes no sense to me.
So now the other thing that I notice is the editing. So they're driving and they're showing like the exits. And since we are from, not far from the area, she's driving and they're getting closer and then further away from her house and then closer.
Right,
because
she lives in New Rochelle, right?
Right. She lives in Yonkers.
Yonkers, okay.
So they're in the Bronx and then they're by the airport. Then they're in the Bronx, then they're by
right.
And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
And it's funny because like that route.
I'm like, this isn't real. So her mom said, she's like, you are much more conservative. She's like, right? I know. It's like I meet people and like they think I'm one way because of, my OnlyFans and because I do that porn stuff. And then they meet me in person and then they're like, why is she so nasty and mean?
And mean and rude and cold.
And her mom's like, yes, you are conservative. So she tells her mom that they're still friends.
But that's not true though.
But why did you have to say that? That has nothing to do with your gayness.
I don't know. I'm telling you, something is so off about her. I don't get her.
Yeah, it says that's where she's like, I think I met like her mom or maybe like her dad. I don't know which one it was.
It's like, so you're afraid to say that you met her parents because that makes you gay? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it.
Right. Like I've met your parents.
Right. Well, I mean, I am a little gay though.
Well, true. Okay. All right. That's a bad example. Never mind. All right. Let's talk about Lisa and Usman. There was no proposal.
So boring. I know. Like, but you know this, and you're getting married. Like, who cares? You're forcing him to marry you anyway.
It's so special, right? When you do it like that. I really
it's
like
good
that.
when you make someone propose to you.
That's my favorite way to get proposed to. Okay, so there's no proposal, and it's the day before the wedding, and she goes, "I'm done," and walks out.
What else is new?
He goes, he was going to propose to her last night, but then she told me I was cheating on her, and then we fought at a restaurant while she wore her nightgown, so it kind of like confused me.
Like it wasn't the time, really.
So his family's coming for his America party to I'm sorry, I wrote that wrong. His family's coming to the wedding.
Right.
And she said that she's done everything to fit into his culture and he won't even propose. She wore
So
a scarf around her neck and not over her hair at all for him.
Tracy, that was what bothered me the most, probably about all of their
The
parts.
whole time.
Wear it like, I mean, you're being disrespectful.
Stop being a jerk.
Rude.
Cover your hair.
Stop being a jerk. Just cover your hair. It's not
All
hard.
right. Well, she said that if he doesn't propose and he doesn't do this the right way, people are going to say that she's either A, knocked up, or
is
B,
that what they're going to say?
or B, wants a green card. I will tell you right now, Lisa, I think they're always going to go with B.
They're definitely not going to go with you being knocked up.
They're always going to go with B. Always a green card. So
Always.
then he says, we have to tolerate each other.
I mean, he's right. He's not wrong.
That is so special. And if I am ever lucky enough to get married to a man, I hope he says that right before we get married.
Me too.
So he hugs her, they make up, and he pats her back.
Yeah, well, she's a big fat baby.
He's just patting her like, okay, that's enough. And he says, for the sake of my career, I mean, for the sake of love, we are making sure this happens. So now
you got
he's
him
like,
pegged.
he does the cutest proposal, Noelle. Oh my God. I just took my heart away. So what he does is he's like, hey, go in the bathroom and find my shampoo. And then she's like, Usman, it's not in here. I can't find the bucket. And then she comes out and he's on his knee with a wedding band.
Mm-hmm.
That
Will
probably
you
she
marry
bought.
me?
And
She definitely bought it.
And she goes, okay, but only if we can blend cultures. That was her
But
accent.
why?
Did you like that?
So she's Borat. Okay.
She's Borat.
Why does she do that? Why?
I don't know, but it's so beautiful that they're going to be blending the culture of York, Pennsylvania with the culture of man trying to get his green card and make it in America.
Soldier Boy at York, Pennsylvania.
She's crying, but she's also smelling her fingers while she's crying. Do you notice that? I don't know what's happening.
I could die.
She's like, is that coleslaw?
Yeah. Ew. Ew. Ew.
And then she says, it was everything I wanted. And she whispers, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You are my life.
Right.
Okay.
It's like, what? Go ahead.
That was everything you wanted?
That was everything she wanted. That was her idea of a perfect proposal.
Wow. Dream big, Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Listen, at least she's not disappointed.
I guess not. That was pretty easy. So his family's coming and he covers Lisa with a see-through scarf.
Right. I mean, listen, the scarf is nice, but she doesn't know how to wear it.
She will not wear the scarf. She's like, all right, I will wear this like around my neck.
Right. I'm going to wear this like there's a chill in the air.
Right. Like, can't you just like tie it around yourself? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know why she's doing that. I feel like it's just so outright disrespectful.
So his other brother that she never met comes with his daughter, Fatima. How do you say her name?
She's Fatima and he's Farouk.
Farouk, yeah. Oh, she was very cute. I really liked him.
She's so pretty.
And he's like, I'm very concerned that she's so much older than him. I'm like, this is hilarious. So
this
now
is everyone's concern.
They're going to go pray. And he said that Lisa should be on her best behavior. So he tells her to go to the bathroom with his mom and put her feet in the toilet.
Mm-hmm. Because she has to wash away her sins, Tracy.
Okay.
In the toilet.
In the toilet, not in the bathtub, in the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess only the women have to do that, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait.
I know, because I've never seen the guys do it.
So they pray. And he's like, remember when you were the worst at this? He's like, try not to do that again, because then she's not
Try
gonna let us get
harder.
married.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now they go out with the brothers, and she confides in the brothers that she has issues with him. Okay. This is like, I've seen so many like women do this.
Yeah.
They think it's like quirky
It's not.
to like complain to the family, and it's like,
No.
oh my God, do you know what your son does?
I feel like my in-laws would like faint if I did something like that. Like,
This
and we're
was-
super close. You just don't do it.
This was the worst thing ever.
It was so awkward. It was so like I just wanted to crawl out of
She thought they
there.
were all gonna like bash him, and they're like, listen, this is what you need to do. What you
Yeah.
need to do as a I don't know, as a wife, you need to
Right.
minimize the time that you need from him. And
Right,
she's
like,
being,
and he's like, I can't believe we've been together every day in the hotel, this, that,
Right.
since she got here.
and now I'm not saying they're right, but like also she's wrong, and she's being super rude to them. And now guess what?
What?
I'm done. And she storms out.
Oh, you're so funny. She's always done. But it's like, here's the thing. Her attitude is just so bad. Like, I get it. She's from America, strong, independent woman, fine.
She's not
But
a strong,
there's
independent
time
woman.
and a
She's a
place.
literal dependent woman.
It's like the way she acts. Like, I can't believe how rude and disrespectful she is.
She's a weak, dependent woman.
I like it. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's talk about, speaking of dependent, let's talk about Avery and Ash. It is her last day in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
Melbourne. You can say it however you want. So he feels like this has been a relationship boot camp. Like basically they have like really banged out all of the stuff. They have plans for the future.
Right.
And now it's so weird. He has issues with taking his son to America. And it's weird because before he didn't have any issues.
No, before it was totally fine.
Okay, so now he said he knows he's going to marry her, and he has because he has it in his mind.
Did you notice how often he says actually?
Actually, yes. did.
Actually, yes.
He's going to come to the U.S. and he wants to get to know her family. But right now he's going through a visa process with his Australian passport. So right now he has a passport from the country that he's actually from.
Right.
And he needs to get an Australian passport so that he could travel to America. Noelle, did this set off any alarms?
This set off an alarm because he's been living in Australia and he's never thought to do this just for himself.
Noelle,
Yeah.
he married his ex-wife for Australian citizenship. And he must have just, yes.
Tracy, I feel like my life just changed. I didn't even think of this.
I know. And he probably just got his green card.
Right.
And now he has to apply for his passport.
And he only applied like 2 months ago or something.
Right. Because you have to this paperwork.
Yeah.
So he says, do you think that's why they didn't get divorced when they quote unquote split up?
But now it makes so much sense. That's probably absolutely why they didn't get divorced.
Is this his thing? Is he trying to get dual citizenship?
I can't, Tracy. Like, I feel like I'm being quiet because I don't know what to say. I didn't even
Because
think
I
of
got to
this.
tell you, nothing against his ex-wife. It just didn't seem like his type.
No, not at all. And that's what I was thinking too the whole time. I'm like, they were married?
Yeah, it's very weird. They don't seem like a likely couple.
No.
Okay, so he doesn't have an Australian passport now. He applied 2 months ago, but it can take, are you ready?
Ready.
3, 6, or 12 months.
Mm-hmm. That's a variety of months.
So it's
variety.
not 3 months to a year. It's 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months.
Right. It can only be a specific amount of months.
Do they just stand by the water to film every single scene?
Okay, that's what I was thinking too. And I'm like, are they only surrounded by water at all times?
Yes. Also, it's very cold where he lives at this time of
Yeah.
year. Does he meditate in the cold?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now everything is fine, I guess.
They seem happy now. I think everything is fine with them.
And he says to her, this is the last time I can wear your pants. I don't know if he said that, but I feel like he meant it. So they can't be together until Taj gets older.
Right.
And then you find out, plot twist, those were his pants in the first place.
I can't understand. Here's the thing. I can't understand how she is still like, this is a guy that I take seriously.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great guy that I want to be with forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's not like, oh,
What?
he's insane. He's full of shit.
He
There's no
lied
red
about bringing his
flags.
son here.
Yeah.
He can't bring his son here. This isn't worth it. We should have never done
Right.
this. Okay. So now he's crying, and she thinks that they'll stay together.
Okay.
Oh, also, can I just go back for a second? Because I just found a note that David, when he was wearing that jacket, I'm sorry, because I took some. I'm sorry, I have to go back.
Very
he
confused.
belted
Okay.
it a little too low. I'm going back to David and Lana real quick. He
Okay.
belted it way too low, and it was not flattering for his figure.
So he belted it like as a low waist pants?
Yeah, he belted it like it made his torso too long.
Oh, I know what you mean.
And also, let's just talk. Oh, wow. I can't believe I totally forgot this part. I am so sorry,
Okay.
listeners. Please don't. Okay. But if I don't say this, I'll never forgive myself. She also had on a Nike sweatsuit for their fancy dinner date. And then they go to this fancy dinner and she gets rabbit.
And grapefruit juice.
Okay. That's what I wanted to ask you. So they're like, your fresh juice, sir. They got grapefruit juice in wine glasses?
So that's the thing. So you didn't bring this up, and I'm thinking like maybe this just like wasn't vital to
I'm
the
sorry.
show.
No,
That's
this
why we
was
didn't talk
very
about it. No,
vital.
it's okay. Because when I'm like, first of all, I wouldn't get fresh squeezed grapefruit juice. My acid reflux could not handle it. But then it's like grapefruit juice and rabbit pasta, and he got baked chicken, and they're drinking grapefruit juice.
Yeah, it was very weird. Also, he should have sent her like maybe like a Fashion Nova dress in the mail so that she
For
could have
sure.
worn something better than a Nike sweatsuit. Although I dig a Nike sweatsuit at a fancy restaurant. That's who I am.
It's funny. I dig the Nike sweatsuit too, and I was looking at this and I was like, this is really cute.
This is very comfortable.
I should look this up. Yeah.
She's very comfy. Also, he invites her to the hotel to join him like the John that he is.
Gross.
And she says it's too early. Sorry, guys. I just had to get that off my chest. I just found more notes. Oh my God. I apologize. That's not like me.
I know. And I was just like, all right, maybe we're skipping over it just for a reason.
No. Okay. So now we have Ed.
Yes.
Ed has a ponytail when he is flying home to America.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I saw something online. It was a meme, and it says when you let your daughter dress herself before her first day of kindergarten.
And it was Ed?
It was Ed's ponytail. His little disheveled ponytail.
That makes sense.
So she broke up with him. We get it. And he's like, I'm a
Right.
failure. I can't talk about this. I can't tell my mom what happened. So
why though?
I don't know. His mom, Norma, brings Teddy to the airport, Noelle.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy lost his mind.
Teddy is the cutest little teddy bear.
Teddy like threw himself on the floor. It was like, I
He
can't
was
take
so
this.
happy. He's like, it's just too much excitement. Like I can't handle it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So now I love that his mom's like, so what happened with Rose? And they play this suspenseful music.
Right.
This suspenseful,
Like so dramatic.
sad, so dramatic. And it's like, yeah, I mean, what do you think happened, Ma? It was me.
Did it work out?
It was me.
It didn't
I was
work out.
myself.
Of course it was me, Mom, because
So
I
Teddy's
can't shut the
still
fuck up.
losing it. He's still losing it. And now Ed's like, yeah, we broke up because I actually didn't want more kids.
Right. And I also wasn't ready to be a father to King.
It's like, oh, okay, well, that's news. He
Right.
said that he hates being single and he hopes that Rose might talk to him again.
Yeah, here's the thing though, like I hope she doesn't.
I hope she doesn't either. I don't think she will. So now, very, very little of Darcy and Stacy, but Stacy's lease is up, I guess, on her Altima
Right. And then she wants a Maserati.
or a Jaguar. Is that how it goes? Like you get like a 96 Altima
Mm-hmm.
and then you get a Maserati for the replacement.
So I have a Corolla.
Yeah.
What is next, Tracy?
Probably like what's that? The Tesla?
Oh, okay. I'll take a Tesla.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it. Okay.
I think that's the next. Like if your Corolla was in the shop and you know how like they do like a comparable car when you do a rental for the
Yeah.
insurance, like they'll probably give you a Tesla. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Right. So we find out. So they're very empowering to each other. They're like, "You're good enough. No, you're good enough. No, you're good enough." And I'm like, "Okay, this is."
And
not
it's
real.
so funny. I'm watching them and I'm almost like, maybe I should just like get a divorce and go live with them. Like they're so
fun, though.
empowering.
They really are very fun. I wouldn't mind doing that. So we find
Mm-mm.
out that their brother Michael, he died. He was 27. He died in 1998 of cancer. And they're gonna go to the cemetery and they're gonna bring him sunflowers. And
Very sad.
I know. I was sad that he had like the flat gravestone.
Yeah, me too. I know. Because I was
don't love
surprised he
them.
had it. It's like, why don't you have the high one?
I know. Well, I don't know. There's just certain cemeteries too that only allow certain gravestones in certain places.
Yeah.
So now they're crying at the gravestone and they're like, Michael would have never let this happen. Michael. And I'm like, this is so crazy. They've tied in her brother's death in 98 to Jesse and Tom.
Here's the thing. Listen, I'm sure their brother was wonderful, but people
Sure.
romanticize things. You
But
and
it
I
was
say
so-
that all the time.
It was just weird because I'm like, wait a minute.
What does this have to do? Right.
What? Right. Like, why can't we just say, like, this is also a part of my life? She's like, he
Well,
would have
he
never
was
let Jesse and
loyal.
Tom do what he did.
Right.
He was a good
loyal
guy.
and there for his girls.
He was always good to his girls. Michael was good. And I'm like, what?
Right.
What are we doing? So we end on a very weird note. And I can't wait for next week. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with David and Lana.
I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for all of this.
I've been avoiding spoilers, and I just can't wait to see what's going to happen. Guys, make sure you're following me at Trixie Tuzini, TrixieTuzini on Instagram and Twitter. And you could go to TracyCarnazzo.com for any merch and also for my new relationship book that I have written. So, I gave you a few tips. I gave you a few. I wrote it while we were recording just now. So make sure you go over there and follow the podcast. And make sure that if you love what you're hearing, go give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review telling us what you love about the podcast on any platform that you listen on. Noelle, where can we find you?
You can find me, Noe_bear810 on Instagram or at NoeGirl on Twitter.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week, okay?
Bye.
Bye.